Okay, good morning to everyone. In the previous class, we were discussing about the importance of BOD test and how we are going to conduct it. So then, if I want to write this BOD test, the form of formula, how exactly the mechanism is going to happen. So initially, whatever the amount of oxygen, it is used by the bacteria to metabolize the organic material in the water that I already discussed in detail, how exactly this relation is there with the organic matter as well as BOD. So then this organic matter, then it is consumed by the bacteria. Once it is consumed, bacteria along with the oxygen, I already said that the organic material is nothing but the food or the of the plant waste that is present in the water. So once it is going to interact with the bacteria, then it is going to consume the oxygen that is present in the water. Then it will release the carbon dioxide, which is present then along with the water. So this is what the things it is going to happen um, inside or during when the organic matter is there in the reverse. Suppose if I want to find out the things which is happening inside a BOD bottle, that is in the BOD incubator, normally we'll use one bottle called a BOD bottle. Uh, which is of 300 ml capacity. Normally it will be there. So 300 ml capacity. Then we'll fill the whatever the sample it is there in that. Then we'll keep this in for 3 days or 5 days or 7 days based on our requirement in the BOD incubator. BOD incubator that I already discussed in the previous class. So once you kept inside in the BOD incubator, whatever the microorganisms will be there inside the BOD bottle, it will consume the oxygen along with the organic matter. Then it will release the CO2 as well as the water. If you want to find out this, how exactly the dissolved oxygen is, how much DO is decreased in the bottle, then we have to perform this test, that is DO test using the Winkler's method. Winkler's method of determination of dissolved oxygen that is present in the water. Sometimes, sometimes the food waste or the plants it will be there in the natural systems. Directly, you can bring the sample and you can conduct the experiment. Suppose if you are conducting the BOD for any of the lab samples, normally the lab or the tap water, which is not having that much organic matter, then we have to give some, we have to make some seeding or we have to add some nutrients that is a food for the microbes so that they can grow and they can make it if that much organic matter is not there. uh, Seeds we can call it as the bacterias, the nutrients, it's nothing but the organic matter. Then normally it is expressed as in milligram per liter. So then what is the uses of this BOD test? So I already said that if you want to find out the how much pollution is happening inside or inside the river, if you want to find out it, we'll use this BOD test. If you want to find out the strength of the pollution or how much extent the pollution is happening, then it is used. So then it is used as a measurement of waste strength. This is very important. Then it is an effluent discharge limitation parameter in all uh, permissible limits. I already said that it is the 30 milligrams per liter we will maintain in most of the uh, industries or the sewage if you are discharging to the river body. So then it is used as a basis for designing as well as evaluating biological treatment systems to determine the amount of oxygen needed to stabilize the organic matter in waste, to determine the size of wastewater treatment facilities, to measure the efficiency of some of the treatment processes. So you can take one by one. This are already discussed. Of course, it is used as a basis for designing a available biological treatment system. That is one, and it is used to determine the amount of oxygen needed. This is the first one. We can write it in this way. First one, and this one is used to determine uh, amount of oxygen needed to stabilize organic matter in waste. Then it is used third one to determine the size of wastewater treatment facilities. Not only the biological system, some of the third one, then some of the efficiency also, if you want to find out the treatment processes that can also be used. Of course, overall, you can say that it is being used for um, to find out how much the pollution is happening due to the bacteria or due to the organic matter that is present in the water. Then, what are the limitations of this BOD5? So then, I already said that the first one, it requires 3 days minimum, 5 days. If you want to find out how much BOD is present in the water, minimum 3 days is required. 7 days up to 20 days is required if you want to find out up to 95 to 90. Still, it is not complete. That is one limitation which is there in the BOD test. And you have to maintain the constant temperature in the BOD incubator for 3 days. Even sometimes the power has any problem in between, so you won't get exact BOD value. So as I already said that the 6 to 70 soluble organic matter is metabolized in 5 days, or it is in the 3 days. This is not constant. It may vary. Sometimes it is 40 to 50% in 5 days. Sometimes it will be in 3 days, but on an average it will be 60 to 70% for 5 days. It depends on what kind of soluble organic matter is. Some of the soluble organic matter will be metabolized by the bacteria within few 1 or 2 days, but some of the soluble organic matter it is not metabolized by the bacteria. It will take some time to digest uh, by the microorganisms. So this is one limitation. Uh, some of the things which are going to happen during the BOD test. As you already know that this BOD is restricted to only the biodegradable part, very important. Biodegradable part. Only the bacteria will use only the biodegradable part of the uh, the food or the plants. If non-biodegradable, like inorganic, if I say inorganic, this most of the things are non-biodegradable. Means it will remains in the environment as it is. If the biodegradable means immediately the decomposition will start and immediately it loses its potential. But inorganic things will not um, or it will not be consumed by any of the bacteria. It will remains as it is. So if this is the case, this is one limitation also. If I say the BOD test will consider only the biodegradable part, uh, then one more, that is non-biodegradable part, that is inorganic materials will not be considered in this BOD. Then for that we have to go for the COD test. Then what is its importance? Why the COD test is of that much required to overcome the limitations of BOD? So then this COD will consider both biodegradable as well as non-biodegradable part. So in detail about this BOD COD test we will discuss in the next class.